It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that it's a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We had a couple of teams who would hand it off and see their running back do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football,
just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Here's 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. He'll drop to throw. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. 19 more on that one, and another first down. Now a handoff, running right. Finding space at the 15. The speed on display. He's in. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, it's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
The extra point, up and good. And his guys will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man from Florida State.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped at after a pickup of about 5. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's the first grab of the game for the man leading the entire league in receptions coming into the weekend. He gets his team a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw, taken in. Here's 2nd and 9. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The home team's offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Back to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he is in the midst of an MVP-type season. NFL leader in passing yardage, and he's up over 3,000 now for the season. He keeps it himself, and he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Handoff here, up the middle. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now they'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here's third down and a few inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. The break, the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the visitors are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll stick with him again. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. We're trying to get this one on the ground.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another game.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
That's your movement made of, offense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. He'll turn and hand this one off. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. Here's 2nd and 6. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
To the air now. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came. He's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Here's the punter now, as he is on to kick it away. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. First and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Throwing now from the gun. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down. Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. To the goal line and in.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Point after, coming up here.
Time, focus.
He's got it. And his guys move out in front by the score of 17-3. Just 8 seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we come to halftime in this 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando, we'll check in with the coach. Jonathan Coachman has the EA. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently second in that category. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
A pickup there of 13. That's enough for a first down. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. run, they'll try to run it. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. One of the tight ends in motion right. They'll run on 2nd down. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. His 2nd grab on this drive. Good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Not much happening there. Tackled at the 17. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
He'll drop to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The extra point is up and through. And the visitors are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 2. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big game, and he picks up the first down.
Has some room inside the 30. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Down at the 12. It's first and 10. They're called in at the 2. And he's going to be taken down.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. 2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
That ties the game at 17.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. They send him right out of the slot. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Looking to throw here on second and 10. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
On 4th down, out comes the punter. Important punt here in this tie game late. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a toss as they look to run. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Quick throw, taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now a give up the middle. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. 4th quarter. That's a huge 1st down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down. A pickup of 8. They'll throw out of the gun. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups. He continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Now a run on 1st down. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
It's been a really nice drive they've been able to put together, Mike, and I think the key word is balance. Not having to rely too heavily on either the run or the pass. Continue to mix it up, going back and forth. Keep the defense off balance.
Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. The defense has it. Well, they come up with the turnover on defense. The quarterback choosing to keep it, and the defense choosing to take it away.
Mike, anytime a quarterback turns into a runner, The defense loves it. They want to take a shot at him. They want to take a shot at the ball, and that's exactly what they were able to do here. Force the fumble, get the ball back. Great job there by the defense.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. We'll try the right side this time. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They'll look to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's taken down up past the 35.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Now give on the ground, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Second down, 8 for the first down. They'll drop to throw. They'll go left side here and complete this one. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10. Rolling right, it's taken in. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game. As they approach midfield now, they've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if your kicker could be a hero.
And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. Now, first and goal. They'll stick to the ground. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. Throwing now on first and 10. They'll try to set up the screen here.
Just a little slow. Screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
This one complete right side. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Off he goes. Now the offense will use their third and final timeout. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And deep to the back of the end zone.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. But there, fortunately, this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
He'll go right and find his running back. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to the air one more time. This is caught at the 2. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
Second and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. It's got to be a little bit.
And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within one, and a two-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for two, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it two-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game.
In it to win it.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets one possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start out first down and 10. Slot man in motion right. Up the middle they go. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Automatic first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Following the penalty, they'll run it. Not much developing there. Short pickup down to the 47. Here's 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. Now a first throw here in overtime. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get it?
And he's into the end zone. That'll do it. They win it in OT. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.